Never stay at a place where you are 100% comfortable. Always make your prices a little bit higher. It's like a stretch goal. It's much easier to eventually reduce your prices than it is to significantly increase your prices. So if you're finding out that you're selling all the time and your stuff is like selling out, selling out, selling out, that's a great time to raise your price because you've created a demand and people are going to pay for it. But if your product is a certain price and it's only occasionally selling and then you bump it up, people are going to be like, what? Why did that happen? That's, it's been around for so long and it's always been this one price and now it's a lot higher. So figure out where you're comfortable and then raise it. And that is really some of the best advice I have as far as your prices go. Make it as high as you can possibly stand it and start from there. You are in business to earn money, and I'm just going to be a plain talker about it. It won't work for you to give away your work at the lowest price possible. It's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to create a business or make your big intentions if you're not taking your finances and your prices seriously. So there's a lot of different formulas you can find online that will actually help you price your goods, and I encourage you to explore and experiment with what those formulas are and find one that matches what you want to pay. In the workbook, starting on page 71, I have a worksheet for pricing an item, the things that you need to take into consideration when you're determining what your price is going to be. I want you to think about all of the materials that you use. I want you to think about the time that it actually takes you to make the product. And I want you to think about paying yourself, which is a really novel concept to most people who make things by hand. They think that just by selling it, they are getting paid. That if this costs $20, they're getting paid $20. But that's not true because it costs money to make this product. So I want you to build in payment for yourself. If you are going to be a good boss for yourself and if you are going to own a profitable business that can help you cross the finish line of your intentions and get to where you want to be firm, be reasonable, and be brave about your pricing. Don't joke around with trying to think, well, if it's more affordable, more people will buy it. That's for you to determine later if you're not selling well. One of the things you can experiment with is your prices. But you need to start out strong to stay strong. So also in the workbook, when we get past these pages of different things to think about when you are pricing your items, you need to think about money in general, your big picture of money. How much money do you want to make and what are your income goals? If your goal is to make $1 million a year and you are selling something for $1, that means you have to make 1 million items. Can you make 1 million items? Do you have enough time for that? I don't. So, and that's a lot of photography. So, I mean, that would be a lot of time to spend making $1 million if you were selling everything for $1, which I know is a very general and broad example, but you need to take these facts of your life into consideration when you're deciding how much your products cost. And if you are not real with yourself about money, no one else is, because no one else can figure that out for you. If you are not ready to take money seriously and what kind of income you want to earn, what kind of lifestyle you want to have, and how much money you need to make that happen, and then how much of that you expect to come from your handmade business, then I suggest you go back to the drawing board, or that you just experiment for now and mess around with things, but that you don't have high expectations for making a living. Because if you don't take your products and your business seriously, your customers aren't either.